Alright everybody, today's the big day, and yes, if you can tell, my voice is actually better now compared to the last reaction. That means I don't sound like shit. And we are now going to do this reaction. Today with me is Bakugan, obviously. Once joins the call. And oh. I gotta fix my mic on Discord. What the heck?
Can you hear me?
Hang on. Let's see here. Change that to that. There we go. That's fixed. Now just gotta make sure I change. Oh, it is on the headset for the thing. Yeah, I can hear you totally fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Like,
I can hear you.
My,
I had to fix some settings on my end.
my audio isn't all glitchy, is it?
No, your audio's fine.
Oh.
So
I'm
yeah.
using AirPods.
So yeah, I already said that my voice is now a lot better compared to the last reaction. So this time, we'll have a proper experience. So now I just gotta make sure I share the screen.
Alright, the screen's shared. Let's begin. As Ozzy Osbourne once said, "Oh, good!"
Yep. And I should mention this before we start. Both of these, both Middle-earth and World of Warcraft, have had D&D variants before. So that's why I titled it Ultimate Fantasy Battle, because that's right, my friends, I'm a sucker for fantasy stuff. So let's get into this. So original video will be in the description as always. I did my off-stream search for Sauron and Lich King lore for a while. Let's begin.
Sauron, the Lord of the Rings. The Lich King, Warcraft's Lord of the Scourge. Evil has many shapes, but few can match the presence of these kings of blight and shadow. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
It seems
And
like
it's
they
our job
survived
to
their
analyze
encounter in the
weapons, armor,
woods.
and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's begin.
Within the timeless halls, at the dawn of creation, the supreme god Eru and his angelic Ainur created all of existence through a single harmonious song.
But one of these angels just had to be a rebel. Melkor ruined that harmony, giving the world its many, many imperfections, like Wiz. Then after messing up God's hit single and going rogue, Melkor took up a new name just to be even more metal. Morgoth.
Morgoth's power was impressive.
Okay, but what does that say? Melkor was named Morgoth by the Elf King Feanor. Morgoth means dark enemy.
Hang on a sec.
Oh, something wrong on your end?
Yeah, the audio on my AirPods is coming out really shitty.
Ah! Okay, technical difficulties. Thankfully he didn't miss much. So, we gotta fix that nonsense. And my VTuber's being weird again. Here we go.
Sorry, my AirPods are still connected.
Alrighty. So, it's safe for me to click play now?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you totally fine.
Alright. My audio is still coming out glitchy is on your end, is it?
Mm-mm. Not that I know of.
Good, let's continue.
Alright, so, as I said, Melkor is named Morgoth by the Elf King Feanor. Morgoth means dark enemy.
Of course it would
Essentially,
mean...
lower-ranked angels joined him in his frightening conquest of the world he had helped create.
And the greatest of these followers was one obsessed with destroying all life in the pursuit of bringing about complete order.
He used to be Myron, but under Morgoth's reign, he became the one and only Sauron.
As the bigwig of Morgoth's forces,
Let's see here. Other names: Marion, Anatar, Gorthar, Zyger. Titles: Lord of the Rings, Dark Lord of Mordor, Necromancer, Lord of Gifts, the All-Seeing Eye, the Enemy.
Whoa, his age is absurd.
Well, it is. He's been around for generations. What did
Yeah, but I'm just saying, his age is as equivalent as an anime character.
That's Middle Earth for you. At least
My-
54,950 years.
Maya of Morgoth, formerly of Aule, and creator and first bearer of the One Ring, second in command of Morgoth's armies.
Sauron spent thousands of years bringing Middle-earth to its knees.
He's almost more a force of nature than anything else, able to create infernos, cause country-spanning earthquakes, and even absorb souls.
And because he's a weird angel spirit man, he can morph his body around his own soul however he wants, or just shed it like clothing and fight as a ghost.
He can morph far beyond that. He has appeared as something akin to both man and elf, attractive and devious. A werewolf, once thought to be the greatest wolf of all, and even a vampire.
Oh man,
Also
Tubbo's gonna
true.
go nuts with that.
Many of his greatest accomplishments are not due to his powerful magics and weaponry, but his inhuman cunning. Sauron is nothing less than a master of manipulation.
He's like if Loki and Satan did a fusion dance. He loves to trick someone with illusions, shadow magic, or just by toying with their sad, predictable, pathetic human emotions. Like when he convinced Saruman to join the evil side,
Yep.
who was basically a super
Happened in
wizard
both the book and in the movie.
specifically meant to lead the charge against Sauron.
In some ways, Sauron is actually wiser than the master he served. In the most epic war to eclipse all other wars, humans, dwarves, elves, and more united to destroy Morgoth, casting what remained of Melkor into the void.
But Sauron saw it coming and bailed faster than me at a divorce hearing, just to show back up centuries later in the fiery pits of Mordor.
Mordor.
There, the Dark Lord created a plan to conquer everything. He fooled the Elven Smiths into forging 19 rings of power and planted them among the leaders of Elven, Man, and Dwarven kind, all controlled by another ring he made in
Hey, on the
secret.
next spell,
The
do you
one
think
ring
there
to
could be a
rule
war?
them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. Oh God, that's so epic! Think I'm into poetry now. Forged in the fires of Mount.
The One Ring, aka the Ring of Power, Isildur's Bane, contains part of Sauron's essence, powers granted, dominion over the other rings of power, enhanced natural traits, enhanced perception, increased longevity, invisibility, mental domination, and prophecy. Nearly indestructible.
Hey, death battle for the next death battle that you're gonna do. Do a death battle between the stormtroopers from Star Wars and the Imperial Guard from Warhammer.
Eh? Possible.
Doom using part of Sauron's own soul. The One Ring amplified his power and let him control the minds and actions of the other ring bearers.
The 9 kings of men were especially vulnerable and saw themselves reduced to twisted wraiths bent to Sauron's whims.
It wasn't any better for the less kingly humans. So much so that Sauron mind-controlled most of Numenor. We're talking about an island nation that could have had as many as...
Let's see here. This estimated population is credited to Dr. Stephen Wigmore, a doctor of philosophy from the University of Warwick.
18 million people, and Sauron had them all at his creepy, pokey fingertips.
This led to retaliation from Eru, who had hardly directly intervened ever before, even against Morgoth. Eru sank Numenor, while Sauron was still on it. But the Dark Lord's spirit persevered, indestructible even against the wrath of God.
Sauron used the ring to build himself a new body.
One Ring is practically indestructible. Even Ancalagon the Black, the greatest of winged dragons who leveled the mountains of Thangordrim, exceeding 479 gigatons of force, would not be able to damage it.
Wow. Unless if you throw the ring into a volcano.
Well, that's the end of the Return of the King side of the story.
It may have cost a lot of power, but he took
Behold,
a biblical event
point
to the face
out.
and went right back on to being evil.
And yet, putting so much power into one object did have drawbacks.
Which hit back hard when Isildur subtracted a digit from his hand.
The Warrior King did more than just cut off a finger. He took the ring and its power for himself. This act forced Sauron
Wait,
to
what?
retreat as a disembodied spirit, threatened by his own power in the hands of another. And should the One Ring be destroyed completely, Sauron's spirit could be rendered impotent beyond repair. It isn't all bad, though. The ring can turn you invisible, create visions of impending doom.
Is that ring looking like a Sonic ring to you?
Kind of.
And has one hell of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, who'd want to destroy it when it makes you want it? Has a will of its own, with promises whispered.
Oh, no.
no.
The best of
It's-
us
it's-
can't refuse.
it's
The
talking to him.
greatest
No,
poultry
it's
dinner
not
ever,
worth it.
Boomstick.
Boomstick, it's
Bourbon,
not worth it.
pecan,
Don't take the ring.
Parmesan, turducken. It's so precious.
What did you just do?
What? It sounded delicious. Well, ring
Did
or
he
no
just
ring,
eat the
Sauron's
ring?
a beast. He's
Yeah.
certain to leave armies of
Freaking onion ring.
Okay, that was a turn I wasn't expecting. I was thinking, oh, he's gonna become Dark Boomstick or some shit. Anyway,
No, he just ate the ring. Like, I'm gonna eat it. Who was that one character that got obsessed by in the canon of Lord of the Rings? What was his name?
I know he became Gollum. If I recall correctly, where's my phone for this? Since I don't want to accidentally close out the window. Oh, and my phone actually needs plugged in. Wow, what a coincidence. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see, who got obsessed with the One Ring? Gollum.
Okay, powers: flight and levitation, immortality, body regeneration, longevity, spirit form.
Longevity, spirit form, psychic and illusionary magic, shadow and flame magic, shapeshifting, soul manipulation, teleportation, and weather manipulation.
Oh, cool! He can control the weather. Can he control global warming?
Longevity.
Longevity. Well, I don't know. Do you think it's misspelled?
No, that's how it's spelled.
Longevity. Well, look how it's spelled.
I can check, but I'm telling you that's how it's spelled.
Longevity.
No, it's spelled correctly.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Anyway.
Longevity. Let's just go.
soldiers interrupted Mount Doom through sheer willpower. He has total control over his own being and can modify his soul at will. So he can definitely resist someone like spooky ghost Celebrimbor trying to dominate
Shadow
his
of the
spirit.
Shadow of Mordor games.
Strongest Maiar. The peak of Sauron's
Yep.
power is beyond that of Osei, a lesser Maya, which is specifically important
Okay.
because Osei single-handedly raised the island of Numenor.
Yeah, remember that island that got Noah'd? That place. No wonder everyone wants his ring.
Huh.
Who could turn down that much?
Let's see here. The Valar have feared far greater feats, but Maiar, such as Sauron, have inferior power comparatively. Therefore, Sauron generally scales to feats performed by Mara and other beings lesser than the Valar.
Oh.
Power.
Not as Isildur. The hearts of men are easily corrupted, and he kept the ring rather than destroy it. But in the end, the ring destroyed him and waited
Yeah.
for his return.
Sauron was rebuilding Mordor into a
That
world
one
conquering
ring
force.
can
And after
corrupt.
a little bit of good old-fashioned
What they got-
torture, he found out the ring was in the Shire. The chillest, coziest, dopest place imaginable. Ah,
The
man,
home
when I
of the
retire,
hobbits.
I'm gonna go live in a hobbit hole and just get lit 24/7.
And so began the War of the Ring.
Okay, so conjured a storm from Mordor to Minas Tirith, directed much of Morgoth's war, fled from Dol Guldur, at hypersonic speed, matched Celebrimbor's mind and soul powers, successfully subjugated most of Numenor, survived divine intervention from Iluvatar, defeated Gandalf, Celebrimbor, Gil-galad, Elendil, Finrod, and Eltariel. Yeah.
Sauron's forces covered the land, seeking both the ring and the downfall of man, always shadowed by the symbol of his ever-present influence, the Eye of Sauron.
It was a slaughterfest. Middle-earth stood no chance. Everybody basically accepted death by orcs as inevitable. It was hopeless. The kingdoms of men would finally fall for good.
Save for the Dark Lord's truest weakness. Sauron's cunning and stratagems were impressive, sure, but ultimately, he never truly understood the people of Middle-earth. In his mind, absolute power was factually irresistible. He never imagined a mere mortal could ever, or would ever, seek to actually destroy the One Ring.
Against all odds and a whole lot of walking, Sauron was defeated. Not by the sparkly new king or the armies of Middle-earth, but by the most unlikely creature imaginable. Elijah Wood.
Yet, even
The Hobbit.
as a formless shadow, Sauron's legacy remains one of
President
dominance,
Frodo
treachery,
Baggins.
and most of
Or
all, fear.
Bilbo? No,
Fitting
Bilbo's the
for
other one.
being that represents,
That's it.
and I quote, as near an approach to the wholly evil will as is possible.
What is the Eye of Sauron? Something from a PS.
On the distant
Anyways.
planet of Draenor, destruction was imminent.
There's the Lich
orc
King.
shaman Ner'zhul prepared a spell with his followers to tear the planet asunder, all to escape the fury of the demon lord Kil'jaeden.
But when Ner'zhul waltzed through the portal, Kil'jaeden was right there waiting for him.
Ner'zhul was forced to serve Kil'jaeden's will to ravage another world, Azeroth. Thus, he was transformed into the first Lich King.
This Lord of the Dead was sent to the continent of Northrend, but Kil'jaeden had one more twist for poor Zul. His body was gone, leaving just his spirit, which was bound to a set of armor sealed within a prison of magical ice. Man, this guy can't catch a break. Armor looks sick, though. He's gonna possess me if I put that on, huh?
From his frozen
Oh,
prison,
duh,
the
that's
Lich King
what
would
the Lich
begin
King
his
does.
conquest, conjuring an unstoppable plague of undeath. Soon, this would threaten the lives of the
Well, let
kingdom
me rephrase that.
of
That's what the
Lordaeron.
armor
Okay,
does.
so that was a lot, but here's where our main guy finally shows up. Lordaeron's crown prince and holy knight, Arthas Menethil. Yeah, his name does
Yeah,
sound like something your doctor would
Warcraft
give you for
3
fungus, but hey, no,
before
Arthas was a
Blizzard
badass.
kicked
At
it in
19 years old, he
in
was
the
considered
ball
one of the
sack.
best
'Anyway,
29 years old. yeah, you're right. He has no chance against Sauron.
there's no way. Even if Arthas somehow finds a way to cut off Sauron's finger to remove the ring, that's still not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Because that ring can corrupt. And the only thing that was able to destroy the One Ring was a hobbit.
And it was thrown into a volcano.
By a hobbit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
He-
real name, Arthas Menethil. Title, Scourge Lord, King of the Damned, King of Lordaeron. Again, sorry, World of Warcraft people, if I pronounce this shit wrong, so I apologize.
I started playing World of Warcraft, and I only got to the game where I begin my adventure. But as I'm playing it for free.
It's still
He's a Death Knight.
Death Knight, former human paladin, former lover of Jaina, I'm not going to try to pronounce that with my
Jaina
life.
Proudmoore.
Killed his own father, interned at Blizzard in 2017.
Did they really have to mention that?
Apparently there was an employee called Arthas. I don't know how there was an employee called Arthas. Like, who calls themselves Arthas Menethil?
Let's continue.
Swordsman in the world, and had mastered nearly every weapon he could.
Even with such a skilled warrior as its prince, Lordaeron was already severely pressured by a war with an orcish horde, so a zombie plague was the last thing Arthas needed. Compounding this even further, Ner'zhul managed to break free of Kil'jaeden's power and turned his attention toward creating a champion to lead his ever-growing scourge. Naturally, he chose Arthas.
Who was a stressed out mess, to the point where he tried to stop the plague by killing everyone in his own city. Holy shit! Yeah, he was totally losing it, so hearing a creepy voice in his head really didn't help.
Long story short, in his efforts to protect his realm, Arthas discovered a rune blade and took it for himself.
The
This was
Frostborn.
the fearsome
which is a new
Frostborn.
name for.
Surprise! It's the source of the Lich King's power.
Technically, the Helm of Domination serves as the Lich King's source of power, while Frostborn functions as a conduit for Arthas. Specifically, Frostborn is directly tied to his power.
And
He
the
was
name
stealing
Frostborn
souls
is.
and storing them within the blade. With this new ice-cold cleaver in hand, Arthas lost his soul and got a Death Knight makeover.
And so the former hero of light would lead the very scourge he previously fought.
And in time,
protect-
Arthas would don the armor for himself, giving the Lich King a new, ultimate power. Walking!
Remember, everything the Lich King had done up until this point had been from his prison within a literal block of ice.
And this new Sauronite armor, Saronite armor, is the best. Like, what was it doing stuck in ice all this time when it's made of old god blood and self-repairs? Screw you, blacksmith! You're never taking my hard-earned gold! I'll never have to get naked and die again!
By donning this dark
Sauron Knight.
And Boomstick, you have the weirdest tales when it comes to RPGs.
Yeah.
Anyways, Frostmourne reaps and corrupts souls, can wound souls directly. Helm of Domination grants dominion over the Scourge, houses the powers of the Lich King, transport to the Shadowlands, Saronite armor, self-repairs, resistant to magic, reflects holy and light magic.
And there was this one trailer that you showed me where this one female warrior ripped its helmet and it opened a new plane of existence.
Yeah, and
helm, Ner'zhul and Arthas fused to become one, a being far more powerful than either had been before.
He could effortlessly cover cities in ice storms, murder hundreds with the power of shadow, and learn all of your secrets with the Eye of Acheris.
Azeroth's fate was sealed. Everyone was doomed.
See this guy? He's Illidan, a 15,000-year-old demon hunter with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. As a Death Knight, Arthas could take him down, even after fighting through a massive army to get to him. Against this new Lich King, Illidan never stood a chance.
This is important
Wow.
because Illidan had absorbed the power of Gul'dan, an orc warlock who, alongside his followers, raised the Broken Isles out of the sea, a massively powerful feat of magic.
The fact that Arthas,
There is-
a mortal guy, beat him up is a big deal. Just
While seemingly reckoning for a time, Warcraft 3 reforged, reinstated Gul'dan, raising the islands into canon. The feat is consistent across Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3 and the Tides of Darkness novel.
my dogs are being stubborn again. Sorry about that. So, I heard what you said before the dogs got loud. Anyways, let's continue.
Well, seemingly...
Imagine how kick-ass he'd be in full
Oh, what now?
Oh, I thought you didn't hear me of what I said, but you already did, so never mind.
Oh.
Let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
control of the undying Lich King powers. Oh wait, we don't have to.
Ner'zhul may have pulled
Okay.
Arthas' strings up until this
Eye of Archerus reveals secrets, summons ghouls. Not really a whole lot compared to what the Eye of Sauron can do.
Yeah, flight and levitation, ice magic and manipulation, immortality, mind and soul manipulation, necromancy and undead summons, plague of undeath, shadow magic, teleportation, and weather manipulation. Funny enough, I don't think they mentioned the Nazgul in Sauron's rundown.
point, but he had made a drastic miscalculation. Within the mind of the Lich King, Arthas battled Ner'zhul for control and won. The power of Frostmourne.
Notable spells. Fury of Frostmourne deals massive damage and disables resurrection. Harvest Soul pulls the soul into Frostmourne to be devoured. Necrotic Plague, an infection that spreads. Raise Dead turns a corpse into an undead servant. Remorseless Winter causes a huge winter storm. Summon Drudge Ghouls, creates multiple ghouls. Summon Ice Spear, creates ice projectiles. Summon Shadow Trap, creates an explosive trap.
Of the Scourge of Undeath itself was now under the command of Arthas.
And by this point, he was just done. Like, with everything. We've all had one of those days, right? Where you see all of humanity is so pathetic they can only be saved by just killing them all, so you rip out your own heart. Yeah, relatable.
Determined to end all
Golly,
life,
Mom.
Arthas
No.
led his scourge across Azeroth, spreading the
Thank
plague
you.
to every corner of the world. He slaughtered every contender in his path, including legendary champions like this hero of the Horde, Dranosh Sarfang.
Who the Lich King bitch slapped to death in one hit, then zombified to serve him instead. Man, that didn't go well.
The Lich King seemed unstoppable.
Only one thing could take him down. A 25-man raid team of the best nerds World of Warcraft servers have.
Hey Dom, welcome to the stream. How's my day? It's been going great. Anyways, feats. Beat Illidan's Stormrange, who defeated Gul'dan, conquered a country quickly and effortlessly, considered the most powerful Lich King, destroyed a prison that endured planet-shaking attacks, can canonically wipe out an entire 25-man raid.
Wow.
Defeated Earther the Lightbringer, Dranosh, Sarfane, Sylvanas, Windrunner.
Had to offer. And that one guy who was just there because he was friends with somebody, but damn, he sucked.
With these, heroes triumphant, the Paladin Tyrion shattered Frostmourne with an equally legendary blade, ending the Lich King's vile reign.
But the Scourge doesn't work on Phantom Menace Battle Droid rules, so there must always be a Lich King to keep the relentless undead in check.
Yet no Lich King before or since ever matched the terror and malice Arthas brought to Azeroth.
Without a doubt, one of the most terrifying kings to ever conquer the world of Warcraft.
Yeah. I'm betting Sauron.
I'm rooting Lich King, but I'm betting Sauron.
Sauron all the way.
Yeah.
Alright,
Sorry.
to combat Zara set, we run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for an undeath battle!
Undeath.
And it's 3D. Two 3D,
Yeah.
two 3D fights back to back.
Yep.
I will give them props. They actually did good with the voices.
Wow.
Find only death.
Right.
Here comes the undead. The ghouls. There's that one ring. Ooh!
Wow.
Oh!
Oh, it's a wolf. Can I pet it?
There's the wolf, Sauron.
Wait, how did I get there? Oh, it's like the Mjolnir.
Oh! He just summoned the Eye of Sauron.
Wait. Ooh, that was a little low. Yeah, even if you try to absorb his soul, that's not gonna work.
Oh, there's the eye.
Oh. There can only be one true eyeball, and that is mine!
Oh, Frostmourne got shattered.
How'd the Frostmourne break?
Oh, he's done. He's done!
Yeah, he's fucked. Oh, he's fucked.
And he has now taken the throne for his own. And it's raining fire.
KO! Well, if
And that is why I called this the ultimate fantasy fight, because this was the best thing I've witnessed.
he wasn't all powerful before, look out for supercharged Sauron now.
Despite the Lich King's impressive power, Sauron's might was absolute.
But not before he got the duel of his life in a crazy close bout. First up, both
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Mind or soul
Yeah, it
swaying
was.
powers, making a lot of their usual tricks way less noteworthy in this match.
To be fair, the Lich King severely
Let's see, Ner'zhul performed a spell that destroyed a planet, but required preparation, special items, and a group of followers. Also, the destruction of Draenor was a chain reaction of the spell going haywire over time, making it impossible to directly scale to Ner'zhul.
debilitated Sauron via his plague of undeath. Most physical bodies would not survive such a disease.
So Sauron just got rid of his body. Who needs it? Especially when you can rebuild one or just start fighting as a ghost. Both things Sauron could do.
After all, the plague is intended for
Yeah, but
Wow.
that was pretty damn fucking close. Sauron could fight in physical and spirit form, less obvious weakness, more powerful, resisted mental and soul attacks, superior regeneration.
Armor resistant magical attacks. Helm could block mental and soul attacks. Plague of undeath affected Sauron's physical body. Far less experienced and less powerful. This is Omni-Man versus Homelander all over again.
Not really.
I'm talking about the stats, bro.
I mean, stats wise, maybe, but I honestly think this was one of those was a very close fight.
It was.
I mean, Lich King did put up a good fight, but Sauron was just too much.
organic mortal enemies and has never infected a spirit.
Another smaller point for Sauron was his weakness. The Lich King was a clever bastard, but even with the Eye of Icarus, it would have been tough for him to decode and destroy the One Ring. Meanwhile, given enough power,
Yeah.
Sauron would naturally end up destroying Frostmourne. He's kinda got a thing for breaking swords.
So let's
Yeah,
compare their
and
power.
Frostmourne was
While the
destroyed
highest
before in the
points are
game,
certainly
so-
nebulous.
An unnamed Eredar has destroyed the surface of a planet, but cannot scale to the Lich King, as Eredar very power. Similarly, Special Maiar have moved the sun and moon, but it is unclear how they compare to Sauron. Scaling both generously, Sauron would still be more powerful.
Wow.
Interestingly enough, some of the most impressive feats from both worlds involve lifting islands. As Sauron is a more powerful Maya than Osei, and the Lich King could reliably defeat someone with Gul'dan's magic, it is possible to gauge the difference in power by measuring the islands that were raised.
Keep in mind, Gul'dan had a bunch of help, so we're only giving him his share. Turns out, Osei was doing twice the work.
By examining official maps to determine the volume of the islands,
Yeah.
we found a difference between lifting two
Compare that to
1.9 quadrillion tons
quadrillion
to.
tons of rock versus 4 quadrillion tons.
Wow!
yeah. As they say, don't fuck around when it comes to Middle Earth characters, because Middle Earth has a lot more crazier bullshit.
Among further energy required to actually lift these through the ocean, of course.
That's the
Both
equivalent as
impressive,
the-
sure, but Sauron
island-
had the edge.
As
And
the
for the final
continent
nail in the coffin,
Earth.
When compared to the Balrogs and Illidan, Sauron and the Lich King could both reach high hypersonic speeds around Mach 30.
Shit.
the Lich King might have been super scary, but he really wasn't around for all that long. At least not when compared to the experience Sauron has warring with the world for thousands of years.
The Lich King
Yeah!
is a threat to Sauron, but the ruler of Mordor's
Age
awesome
29
enduring
versus
spirit and millennia
thousands
treachery
upon
proved him
thousands
the
of
superior Dark Lord.
years
Wow.
in war.
Is that it?
What? Are you sour on the pun? I was pretty keen about it.
The winner
Really?
is Sauron.
Did you even get the joke?
That was terrible. That
I know.
that was the most terrible pun I have heard thus far in this season.
Yeah, since Silver versus Trunks.
Hey, if you want more
All
Death
right,
ASAP, why not grab a
please
membership?
don't be
You'll get
Deku
exclusive
versus
emails,
Miles.
ads,
I
live
will
chat, live
slap
streams, and
someone.
behind-the-scenes
Let's see who the next
Just
fight
click
is
that
going to
join
be.
button. Thanks for watching.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, there's Deku.
Wait, what? No way. No way.
Asta! Okay! Okay! Okay. I am grateful it is not fucking Deku versus Miles.
Yeah, would Miles even curb stomp Deku?
Probably. And obviously a lot of people really wanted Melodis from Seven Deadly Sins to fight Asta, but I think you gotta wait till the actual full story of Seven Deadly Sins is done, because there's currently going on to the part where Melodis and the Seven Deadly Sins actually start to have families and
Did they
whatnot.
finish Black Clover?
I think Black Clover did get finished. I'm not too sure. I'd have
Yeah,
to
but I'm
look.
glad that my boy Deku is in Death Battle and he's fighting against Asta.
And I think the connections, like, both of them didn't have, like, actual powers or magic.
Fair
And-
enough. Fair
And
enough.
then they got some magic or powers from a certain someone, like Deku from All Might, and if I remember correctly, that one sword and the Grimoire for Asta. So yeah,
Get ready for
anime death battle next time.
the next episode. Okay, tomorrow we're gonna do the prediction. I'm gonna be doing Deku, and you're gonna be doing Asta.
But good, cause who is Miles? Miles Morales.
Miles was already in a Death Battle.
If you're wondering, Dom, that's what I mean when I say Miles, cause I'd rather not just say Spider-Man, because then there would be a required ridiculous amount of footwork on which Spider-Man. So that's why I just say Miles.
Yeah. All right, Storm. Thank you for having me for your reaction. I'll see you for our prediction tomorrow, and I'm gonna be going through some research on Deku, and you're gonna be doing the same with Asta. I'll see you for the prediction tomorrow.
Alrighty. So yeah, the Deku versus Asta, Black Clover versus My Hero Academia. Both are good series, albeit while some characters have questionable voice actor choices. Yeah, that's a whole fucking topic for another day. But yeah, Miles did fight Static, and the reason why was because that one was more of a fair fight compared to the likes of Deku versus Miles Morales. And plus, Deku's not really in his prime yet. And a lot of people say this one's a curb stomp. I'm like, really? Look at Miles versus Deku or Melodis versus Asta. Aren't those curb stomps? But anyways, so yeah, Sauron won, and as I said, they literally just, he's basically the devil. He's literally the devil of Middle Earth. I mean, hell, the one PC game literally referenced him as a devil. And I believe it was the Two Towers. There was a PC game for the Two Towers. But yeah. So Lord of the Rings got a victory. And that was this reaction. Thankfully now, since I'm going on the flow with making thumbnails for my streams now, since it's more professional, can't wait for Deku versus Asta. I'm actually kind of curious who would win that, because, well, I haven't really caught up much with the show. I've played the games that summarize the show, so I'm mostly familiar with the show, except I don't really care for the English subs, or English dubs for certain characters, like Froppy as Monica Rial. Bleh. And while I will give Chris Sabat some credit with All Might's voice fitting I just don't like Chris Sabat. My money is on Deku because I'm more familiar with My Hero Academia. Fair. I have seen Black Clover, and I do remember, and I've played Jump Force, since both Deku and Asta were in that game. So, I know who Asta is. And one of the moves, one of the old finishers, supers that you could pull off was literally called Black Meteorite. Which, now that I think about it, this is actually going to be really fun researching, and it'll be easier for me too, because I don't have to freaking go to different wikis just to find details on a character. But anyways, that is it for this react. Stay tuned soon, because I now has Sonic Frontiers. I finally got Sonic Frontiers. So, be prepared for that stream in a bit once I get the reaction up and whatnot, and fight with dispute hell as always, because you know how these reactions are sometimes when it comes to the Death Battle reacts and not normal reacts like random videos like Devil Artemis. You get the idea. So, yeah, till then, I'll see you when I get ready to do Sonic Frontiers for a stream. So, till then, Captain Edfleet signing off. I'll see you in the next stream.